Hola y bienvenidos de nuevo. Hoy estamos de regreso en Juarez y... encontramos por dónde. El objetivo de hoy, terminar la historia, la campaña del juego. Por lo que he visto nos quedan 3 misiones y hoy deberíamos terminarlo. Hemos hecho 3 más o menos. En el anterior hicimos 3, creo que en el primer video hicimos más todavía. Pero bueno, aquí estamos. Esta vez estamos dentro de... Dentro del tren, ahora sí.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that...
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again, I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
No puede ser. Han pasado de recién unos 4 días ya desde la última vez que jugamos y he perdido la práctica. Es un escopetero. Escopetero. Oh no. R.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
¿A dónde va? Vamos.
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
Y también creo que está mintiéndole al grupo. Al menos está exagerando en sus historias.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof.
Sobre el techo. Por aquí.
At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkerton!" It's a damn Pinkerton! Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Caí del tren.
It was a rickety ride and quite precarious.
Sí, concuerdo. Bastante peligroso. Exacto.
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
I bet you are. It's crazier than a shit.
You don't want to mess with us! I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward. I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train, or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Well, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Explosivos. Pudimos haber volado el pedazo. Todo en la I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself. There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
Get out here!
You don't want to mess with us!
Nope.
Kill him! It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
Lo ven. Y no lo creo. No podemos
You had
pasar.
a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
Ah, fallé el primer disparo. No puede ser. Me olvidé que tenía que disparar primero. Bueno, apretar el RT para que desenfunde y luego disparar. Estaba pensando en mejor disparo cuando salga el marcador rojo. Pero no, primero tengo que desenfundar. ¿No puedo disparar la bala o así? No sé. Vamos a probar. No sé si puede disparar la bala, porque sale... Oh, no dispararle, pero puedo esquivar. Eso sí, me había olvidado. Atento a la mano de Jesse. Bien.
Yeah, I didn't
Se
kill
demoró
Jesse
un poco
James.
esta vez. Creo que nos lo
Just
pusieron
wounded him
más
bad enough to
fácil
convince him to
para
hang
no
up his
pelear.
guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head.
Ajá.
That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him.
Bien.
But first I need to wet my whistle.
Sin perdón. Esta es la penúltima misión, si no me equivoco. Y luego viene el fin del juego. La conclusión de la historia. El saber, supongo que si es que todo lo que nos ha contado es cierto.
After my showdown with Jesse,
no ha sido un
I continued to
cazarrecompensas.
track his brother,
No está
Frank,
narrado.
in that son-of-a-bitch jail.
Después de todo. Vamos. A través del
I
derrotero
followed
Steve
those
encuentra
bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
Estamos con
What
el robot
mountains would
rápido.
that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
No, avancé muy rápido. Ahora sí con el rifle. No, era el otro lado. Esquivar al otro lado. Oh. No. No. No puede ser. ¿Cómo he perdido la práctica tan rápido? Antes era más sencillo. Hace unos días nomás. Un poquito mejor, pero aún falta mejorar ese punto.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben?
Tengo 6 puntos.
Nothing
de
better to soothe the
usar.
troubled soul.
Vamos a usarlos. A ver. En Ranger. Dedos rápidos. Pulsa el botón rápido de recarga antes de... Y esto es arma legendaria desbloqueada. Recuerden en puntería rápido. Elige tus objetivos más rápido. La velocidad de apuntar de todas las armas aumenta el 30%. Cazador de cabezas. Más concentración por tiros de la cabeza. Y este es... Lanza dinamita y dispárale. O sea, interesante. La dinamita se dividirá en el aire. Muéstrales una lluvia explosiva. Pulsa LB y tu cartucho de dinamita se dividirá en 3. Causarán el mismo daño. Wow. Dispara a cabeza sin apuntar. Wow. ¿Cómo así? Si mantienes pulsar RB, consumirás toda tu concentración, pero marcarás a los enemigos. Cazar de cabeza. El búho, que no sé qué. Ojos en la nuca. Pistas sobre enemigos detrás de ti. No, se nos acabaron los puntos. Justo antes de conseguir el fusil dorado. Ajá, compartirlo.
Now, where was I? Indian tribe. I had more than my share of run-ins with the red man. Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words.
Jesus
No,
Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
La recarga está mucho más rápida. Creo que se revuelve rápido.
And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
¿Qué es eso? Una alerta sobre el enemigo. ¿Qué pasó? Creo que esa es una de nuestras habilidades que se
Like that
activó
time.
porque teníamos...
Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
En todas partes.
And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
Wow. qué? Ya no son amigos. No. No puede ser. Hay enemigos en todas partes.
Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Debe haber un sitio.
Of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men. Darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
So, did you ever find him? Who? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me? Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death, someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death. Oh, death, won't you spare me over till another year?
So, are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son-bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Punto de contacto. Ahí está. Frank James. Con un rifle.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
No, no tengo puntos disponibles. Terreno para más extraño, está como empinado. El camino se cerrado. A ver, ¿dónde está?
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well. He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle.
Vi a alguien. Pero no la apunté bien. No había nadie.
Well, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
Creo que lo mejor es solo ocultarnos, estar lo suficientemente cerca, porque tiene miras telescópicas. Al menos eso han visto. Y es súper rápido. No le vamos a poder dar tanto. Creo que parte de aquí.
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
James gang. Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead. It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
And a few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
And that son of a bitch! Die!
Sí, pero cosa que se juega. No se me entendí, mira, ¿por qué no usar la cara? Este James. Vimos, creo. Una más y desbloqueamos el arma. Ah, no, ya desbloqueamos el arma. Desbloquea armas, ambas armas exclusivas en una categoría de una categoría. Quien quiera que inventar esta belleza modificó el menos retroceso, mayor velocidad y mayor cargador. ¿Cómo le equipamos? Acá hay más armas. Y aquí hay más.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life! Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will! At this point, I just don't give a shit!
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him! I never did like that bastard! I am done here!
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
¿Me repites? Sí, ya me conté.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts.
Otra vez, lo mismo. Tenía que cubrirme. Estaba con poca vida. Viene más.
As I I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again. But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Se ve como un lugar para un...
Son of a bitch!
para que esté oculto un enemigo.
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Ah, era el último. Ahí vamos de nuevo. La pepita. Recogida. Oh, me quedé.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed. I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
Se acerca el momento. Bien. Uf.
And repay him I did.
Estuvo cerca. Creo que esquivé esa bala. Por suerte. Y esta creo que sería la última misión del juego.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Wild Bunch. ¿Quién era? Ya ha aparecido antes.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Ok, sí, claro. Esta historia es inventada por nuestro narrador.
"40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
No, no.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last
No
one...
apreté la combinación de botones. Ahora sí. Hey, pero apreté los botones.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one... Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends, no purpose except shooting Bob Bryant dead. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. Been after
No,
that
era un
killer forever.
escopetero, tenía más vida. de lo
From
que
the time I
pensaba.
rode with Billy the Kid.
¿Dónde está? Escopetero.
Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I'd been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly, it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
No veo la pepita. No, no está. Bueno. Nos iremos sin la pepita esta vez. ¿A dónde me he metido? Ay, no. Just like me. No, fallé.
But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in a grave of a dead amigo. I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Wow, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Una escopeta? Los enemigos tienen un poco más de vida ahora. A veces necesitan... Dos disparos. Dinamita. Tiré mal la segunda.
But you obviously prepaid a little since you said you're telling us today.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
so I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Ok.
Because when I woke up,
Oh.
From the dead?
there was silence all around me.
Pensaron que estábamos muertos. Se apartó.
I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here and there, and even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Oh, ahora son fantasmas. Parece que tiene un cuerno en la cabeza.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remember.
Oh. Tengo que ponerme a cubierto. Dinamita. Oh, no tengo dinamita. Dinamita. Y te acercas, te acercas. No, no se puede poner.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. But no ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Todos a acontecer había capturado vivos o muertos, sobre todo muertos. Reaparecen como fantasmas. Ay.
Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought?
No, era al otro lado. Espero que haya habido un punto de control. Hay demasiados fantasmas en su pasado.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan,
No, creo que
guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
¿Qué pasa si avanza? Porque todos son en una sola dirección. Ouch. ¿Te estás desviando de la historia? No.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd see him alive.
He was alive.
Complicado. Ok, finalmente, día. Por favor. Sí. No le bajé casi nada. No, muy cerca. La escopeta causa mucho daño de cerca. Y dinamita creo que una por una. Dividirla sí, pero... Está. Espérate. Ya casi. Ajá, se va corriendo. Parece que no le causa mucho daño. Parece que... Ese es... Bueno... Piensa... Sueños... Que derrotó... ¡Oh! Los hermanos... No, los hermanos ya derrotamos. Él es el compañero de Butch Cassidy. Que tal vez sea el próximo. Sí, creo que activar la concentración es una buena idea. Bien. Otro dinamita. Corras. No. No.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
No vale. Me movió. Tengo que ir rotando entre diferentes lápidas diferentes. ¿Qué? No le dejé nada. Casi nada que no se viene. No. Voy a ir cubriéndome. No funciona pararle mucho a la vez. Poco a poco. Sin arriesgarme. Aquí, por ejemplo. Y ahora nos vamos al siguiente. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo apareció?
Voice called to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
¿Qué? No. Creo que sí lo vamos a enfrentar. Butch Cassidy. Es como un extra de la campaña.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased.
Personaje.
Not yet.
Takes
Wow,
more than one
un
little
duelo doble.
bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Etta's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
En los duelos a la mexicana usa LB y RB. En los duelos a la mexicana usa LB y RB para centrarte en el enemigo. Estoy mirando, wow. A ver. Uy, este sí que está complicado este duelo. Dos enemigos a la vez. No, él es el que me está mirando ahora. Pero es que el otro ahorita me puede estar mirando también. ¿Cómo sé si el otro va a sacar el revólver? Y el otro me estará mirando. Está preparado para desenfundar. Justo volteé a tiempo. Pero desenfundó mucho más rápido que yo. Casi. Creo que, bueno, puede cambiar. Ahora puede desenfundar el otro. Ok, tenemos 50, más de 50% de velocidad, 60, más de 60, 70% de velocidad para desenfundar. ¡Wow! Sí, que son súper rápidos. A ver, tu velocidad de mano ha sido 92% y tu tiempo de reacción 0,42 segundos. ¿Cómo es que...? ¡Wow! ¿Cómo mejorar ese tiempo? Disparando antes nada más, no queda otra. Pero es que tal vez haya un trofeo si es que esperamos a que desenfunden, pero desenfundan tan rápido. Creo que busca si desenfunda un poquito más lento. Técnicamente ahorita podríamos dispararle. No veo la mano. No veo su mano. ¡Oh, no! No, no, la confusión terrible. Sí, sí, sí. Fue muy alto el tiempo de reacción. Y luego tengo que cambiar, supongo que al dispararle a uno tengo que voltear y ver al otro que me debería estar apuntando. Tiempo de reacción creo que es igual, 0,42 segundos. No es nada, 0,42. Me parece, no sé. Menos de un segundo. Ojalá que toque Butch. Él desenfunda más lento. El problema es que es un poco escondido su revólver, entonces no ves del todo cuando está por desenfundar. Él sí me dio tiempo. Aquí sí que me demoré. Sí, sí. Error. Ok. Aquí vamos de nuevo. Sundance Kit. Oh, wow, ¿qué? Ah, ok, eso está interesante. Sundance le iba a disparar a Butch, no a mí. Pero si yo le disparaba a Butch, que fue el primero en desenfundar, luego Sundance me iba a disparar. Pero claro, estaba apuntando al otro lado, entonces... Bueno, al menos sabemos que no necesariamente los dos me van a disparar. Voltea. Voltea. No. No, tenía que voltear con él. No. Ya lo teníamos. Justo tocó a Butch. Ok. Esta tiene que ser la vencida. Que no vuelva a tocar Butch. Es más lento desenfundando. Uy, no tengo mucha velocidad para desenfundar. No subí la velocidad para desenfundar. Sí, la velocidad para desenfundar fue baja. Tu velocidad de mano ha sido 26%, no es nada. Hemos llegado como a 60 y algo. Tengo que ir subiendo poco a poco. Sube la velocidad. Tenemos regular velocidad. Estamos centrados. Desenfunda, Butch. Desenfunda. Desenfunda. Vamos. Ah. Sanas. Otra vez. Centrar y velocidad. Tenemos buena velocidad ya. Centrado bien. Sanders es muy rápido, no. Es complicado. Bien.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Bueno, nadie le crea a nuestro narrador esa parte. Qué complicado así, pero bueno, está divertido. El que tienes que fijarte, centrar y prepararte para desenfundar, ver la mano del otro, mientras tanto hacer todo a la vez. Muy bueno. Y sobre todo que uno desenfunde más rápido que el otro, eso lo hace más complicado todavía. Veamos cómo termina. Cargando el gran final. Ah, verdad, no sabemos qué pasó con Lobo Gris.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob?
There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh, man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
Oh. Ahí estaba.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Elige tu destino, venganza o redención. Redención.
why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh,
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
se convirtió en el general.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
Y terminó. Termina la historia en cualquier dificultad. Termina la historia en dificultad difícil. Diseñado y desarrollado por Techland. Call of Juarez. Gunslinger. Bueno, los créditos. Vamos a saltarlos. Nuevos modos disponibles. Está disponible el juego nuevo. Empieza la historia conservando las armas y habilidades desbloqueadas. Está disponible la dificultad oeste real. Intenta superar la historia casi sin HUD y con más dificultad para vivir una experiencia western, de verdad. Logros. Logros es destino. Pepitas de la verdad. ¿Cuántas me faltan? He dejado varias. 18 sobre 54, así que me faltan desbloquear regulares. Y bueno, eso es todo. Marcadores, a ver, aparte de la historia, Kate y duelos. Oh, no, comenzamos de frente. Pensé que teníamos que seleccionar el oponente o el tipo de duelo, pero no. A ver, un duelo antes de terminar por hoy. Gana una serie de duelos de forma honorable y rápida para ser una auténtica leyenda del salvaje oeste. 5 vidas. A ver. Ya no sale el porcentaje de... no, ahí está. Velocidad y centro. Me demoré en desenfundar. Vidas restantes. 4. Bien. Siguiente. Bob o Link. No. Rayé y la tenía. Dos vidas restantes. Esta vez espero un poquito más antes del segundo disparo que esté listo el recuerdo. Video claro. Última vida. Desenfunda rápido, más rápido que las anteriores. ¿Qué fue eso? No sé, ¿no? Última oportunidad. Me distrajo ese sonido como si yo hubiese desenfundado y no había desenfundado. Igual desenfundé allí, pero como que la interfaz tardó un poco, pero no sé qué pasó. Pero es que ni siquiera desenfundó. Bueno, fin del juego. Y bueno, hemos terminado hoy la historia. Que ahora tenemos un modo nuevo. Juego nuevo. Vas a empezar un nuevo juego. En dificultad oeste real. Pero bueno, es la misma historia. Así que por el momento no la voy a volver a jugar. Sino pasaré a otro juego. Gracias a todos por ver esta serie de videos de Call of Juarez. Y bueno, vamos a ver cuál es el siguiente juego. Ahora voy a buscar con qué campaña podemos continuar. Gracias y hasta la próxima. Chao.